Hey guys and gals, let's take a look at the Spaceship and Asteroid Discovery by LEGO City Space. This is set number 60429, contains 126 bricks, retails for $19.99, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. Well, looks like a spaceship, and it's probably an asteroid, and looks like we got aliens and spacemen running around. Here's the back, so yeah, we got two figures and some accessories and learn to build. I bet that's probably why the box is so big, because we get the big pieces in there. Well, let's open this up and see what kind of parts. And this is probably going to be one of those sets that I'm just going to build all in one sitting. Let's see. Well, that's it. I wonder if this one's got stickers since it's rated for 4 years of age and up. Well, you get two building guides. And here's the building guide right here. So you get two of them. It looks like this may be a collaborative build. Hopefully that'd be great for a couple of siblings or some parents to build along with their children. Some pre-molded ship piece. And one of these stop sign pieces. And, oh, you get two of those. Great for terrain. And two bags of bricks. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do, we're going to jump right on into the build. This thing does say it's 126 bricks. Does it look like? It looks like we get about 300, but we don't know. And let's open up bag one. And let's build it. Let's put this together. Just so I can grow a brain here, I'm going to bring this camera down just a bit now so we can see together. Alright, here we go. Alright, this looks like we're building the spaceship first. Now, I don't have a partner to build with me, so I have to wing all this. We got some Lego math here too, but we're going to need this later on in the build. Oh, we're doing this again. So I'm going to have to learn how to count. Well, it's going to be hard for adults because we're used to all this other stuff. Well, this is transparent black. Lego, are you really serious? I mean, look at that. That is scratched. I mean, that is just a deep gouge. Well, that's obviously going to be dinged down to a 9 already. We hadn't even started the build yet. Yes, I do inspect every piece. Why, Jay? No, because I want a good build experience. Alright, well, here's part of a book. Transparent. So we're going to build and look at the parts as we go along. I found it that'd be most convenient. And put the spacemen together. They do have nice print work for the torsos, but the head is so stiff you can't get it on straight. There you go. Not too bad. And let's see here. Oh, it takes a different type of... Well, boy, I got too excited there. It's all, everything's flying out of my hands. So it's got one of these type of helmets that you'd see in space that goes all the way up to the top there. Does it open? Nope, just stays closed. Sorry, you're going to have to suffocate in there, but there he is. And he's got one of these opaque crystal metallic gem crystals. You can see how it's got that glittery stuff in there. And he's done. So we survived that whole step, so we're doing pretty good so far. And I'm just gonna have to, we're just gonna have to count here. So just like do this and put the pieces in your hands. Why does Lego do that? I don't know. I know this is targeted for little kids and stuff, but today, well, we're adults, we gotta do it. And it looks like everything's printed. That's pretty cool because I don't have to fuss with stickers. So almost every set will be dinged for some reason or another. This one had a scratched part. And yes, I know whoever gets this set will probably scratch the living daylights out of the parts, but, well, this is one of those fuel cells with the keypad on it or some, like a monitor. It's not too bad. You could use that for other things as well. Okay, now we're building the big thing. All right. And of course, this video will be indexed for your convenience, so you can just jump to a section if you choose. All right. So take this big thing. They show it. Now, let me go get that. Hold up. So you got this big thing, and it shows that you got to hold it in both hands like this. So this must be really heavy. The gravity's just really playing jokes. And then just like that. Wouldn't be too bad of a piece for maybe a larger airplane or maybe an aircraft carrier or something. Okay. Kind of curious, does anybody build along with my videos? I know that you do with the tutorials, but okay, this is going to be a very slow set to build. There's only 126 bricks. What am I doing right now? One piece at a time, except for the very beginning of the book. I mean, I'm literally just flipping through pages and just stuff like this. And this is meant obviously for younger builders, but for an adult, I'm going to tell you this is slow. Here's your. I'm spending more time flipping than anything else. All right. But we haven't looked at the build, so we don't know what the quality is going to be yet. I can't just do an assessment on an unfinished set. Matter of fact, I'm supposed to do an interview with the designers of a set that I'd never even seen. And I don't know what the deal with that was with Lego. They wanted me to do an interview, and I'm like, I don't even know what set we're talking about here. I'm confused, and I don't know if I never even got a response back. I don't know. I was kind of lost there. You know, it'd be nice to talk to the designers about certain sets. I have a couple of questions that I'm not going to reveal in the video, but if I don't even see a picture or anything of a set or even just a 3D model tour, I can't tell you. It's like this. I can physically hold this. And when I looked at the info for this set, I was like, okay, how big is something like that going to be? Is that regular orange or is that darker orange? That's a dark orange. Not like dark orange, but maybe a medium. And none of these sets come with a brick separator too, which is kind of a shame. So just ignore the brick separator. I just wanted to compare that. Since seeing that color, I thought, this is obviously darker. I gotta find out what the name of that is. Could be rust or something, or maybe sand orange. We don't know. I don't know if that color even exists. So if you have a little one that's building this set, you may want to find or supply a brick separator. But it is the right pace for a child, so you know. But if you're an adult putting this together, it's pretty slow. You're going to be doing more page flipping, but so far it's not looking too bad for what it is. It's pretty cool. It's keeping my interest so far. Not getting bored of it. I am getting tired because it's like 2 in the morning now. Yeah, I was doing another review before this one, and I thought, well, let's do a double feature tonight. You'll see them on different days, but I don't think I know anybody who wanted to be an astronaut. I know I didn't. I wanted to be a TV repairman. What happened? Became a computer programmer instead. That's how things are. had to learn all my math and numbers and logic. When you go into computer programming, you have to learn philosophy too, and logic, sets and logic. And then algorithm design and development. Then you have to do some research projects. If you're really heavy into computers, and since that was like my obsession, with autism and stuff, computer programming classes were a breeze. So, because I was obsessed with it. Alright, so we got the space logo that goes on the top. There says just a little crate. That must be where the fuel goes in. Put the unleaded in there. Oh, transparent orange for that. Make a great little, like a flame piece. Oh, it goes on the back. Okay. So the parts in this are the right size for children. Pretty cool. I mean, everything's big. There's really nothing small. There's no stickers. And, okay, maybe we're building two of something here. How do I know that? 2 hands, 2 pieces. Yeah, I've never seen this type of orange before. I always get excited when Lego brings out a new color in a part or something like that. Like, what can I use those parts for? Those are pretty interesting. Like, what can I use those for? I like these printed pieces. Could I use them for other mocks? I don't know. And they go on here. All the way up against the edge, I guess. Okay. And we got the screen. You know what? This would make a great piece for like an aircraft or something. That's what they're using in here. Okay. And then I assume that scratched windshield goes on the top. And then the minifigure goes inside. Now, right now we're doing the review as we're doing this, so we're just going to kind of enjoy things and stuff like that. So here we got the crystal. We're going to put the crystal inside the trunk of the vehicle for fun. So he doesn't have a joystick or handlebars. He just sits in there. See, maybe he controls this with his mind. And these right here can come off. You think there had been a better way of attaching that. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad for what it is. And then we'll stick this in here so we don't lose it. What about the fuel cells? I don't know where those go. Maybe that goes in there. Well, that wouldn't fit in there anyways. Space to put it in there? Nope. Yeah, maybe you could put it back there in the corner. I thought his helmet was falling off. And that is it for bag 1. Oh, we were right. You put it in there. And then the fuel cells go on the back. So we got to put a rechargeable battery pack back here. Okay, so this is pretty much self-contained. This is all done here. Alrighty, let's move on to bag 2. So this is definitely a collaborative build. Got that Lego map again. So I think this would be a great set for 2 siblings to put together, or if you got a child that enjoys Lego, it's a good way to spend time with him or her. Everybody's got to join in the festivities with Lego. Ooh, there's some interesting pieces in there. I'll take a look at some of those. We'll set the spaceship back there. We got a couple rock pieces, and I like that. I don't know what I'd use that for, but that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, any more goodies in there? Ooh, a new screen printing here on the slope. Oh yeah. And you know what? This set's all printed. And I was looking at it thinking the price seems a bit steep. But if everything's printed, yes, it's worth it. So we get a duplicate of those too. I know some people probably are frowning or are not even watching the builds on this. Or I don't even know these sets exist. You know what I should do is sneak that into a tutorial in a year or two and be like, oh, there you go. You're going to have that part. Make it real hard for you to find. Probably comes in just this set alone. And looks like we have ourselves a space woman. There you go. She's got a red or a green helmet. We'll put that together for her. Okay, it's one of these newer helmets. I thought it was one of the old ones. Okay. Something you'd ride a motorcycle with. Put that on her head. So she can breathe. She's falling through the white void right now. And that's it for her. And then we... No, don't need to take away. You want to sit down? Okay, I'll make you sit down. There, behave. And we got some kind of space alien that's printed as well. Imagine putting a sticker on that. Reminds me of those little space creatures in Toy Story. Where the big old claw comes and gets them. Just be careful with Sid. Alright, then we got to make a couple of boulders. These always come in handy. I never use them for anything, but they're just kind of cool to have. I know they come in transparent colors as well. This set does have plenty of accessories. And, oh, we're not done with those yet. So there might be something that picks these up. Maybe these are the asteroids. Sometimes I wish I had kids to do this stuff with. I've always been told I'd be a cool dad. Okay, so you got to take 3 of these here. Drop them in the thing. Okay, so you can have a lot of fun with that. And now we need to take this and start building other things. So far, this is a pretty interesting set for what it is. And everything is big and large. You notice I have not touched any studs. I have not touched any 1x1 plates. It's just big pieces. Everything's printed. And there has even been, talk about senior citizens getting these type of sets too. Because parts are bigger and you can see them better, or for somebody like myself who's already got a vision impairment, it's a lot better. Okay, you just leave those holes at the bottom. I don't know why. Had a lot of fun with that. Must be some kind of a crane or something. Well, these just sit right in the middle. I thought I could hang those over. And I'm trying my best. I'm looking at the viewfinder as well. Make sure you can see what I see and what I see you see. Okay. And that thing's kind of wobbly. Did I even press that down? Yes, I did. Alright. So obviously the manual is meant for younger builders. I like these screens. They're pretty cool. I can see those being not only used in that and this space stuff, but also in boats as well, like barges and seaworthy builds. Oh yeah, that's a dark orange in this color too, or medium orange. I gotta find out what it is. Maybe it's a rust color. Well, the only way to find out is put that against my rusted body of my pickup truck and see if it is the right color. If it is that shade, then we know it's called rust gold. Rust orange. Rusty orange. Alright. Oh, I like these. I'll have to tie a string on that. Snap that on there and stick this in. He's even jiggly too. All right, take the whole assembled piece and then you shove it in there. Tiles facing us, of course. All right, then you bend it. And then it says take a boulder and stick it in there. That's what it said. Kid you not. And now we got that one done. It's not too bad. I mean, knock the screen over to the flat panel down. Okay. Yeah, so the only thing I'm going to say is the build's a bit too slow for adults. If you're getting a set for yourself, you know, so far what I can tell, everything's playable. It looks like it's self-contained, so maybe you can drop that into a. You could practically use that into a Lego city too, or if you're just building some kind of a space pad theme, or if you get more of the space stuff too. See, this goes in here. Okay. Got to put the, looks like these are probably for the controllers. And you know, on my second channel, it seems like a lot of people enjoy these. I get a comment from time to time, oh, I like these type of builds. You just sit and build along with us. And that's the intent, you know, is to build along, show you how to put the set together. Some people want to know what the build is like before they run out and purchase a set. And that's what it is. So if it's keeping an adult's interest, such myself, I'm sure it'll keep a child's interest, because the build's a bit slow, you know, for me. But I'm sure for maybe a 5 or 6 year old, be perfect. Be the right pace for him or her to have fun with. All right, sand blue, but these do have some pretty unique colors. I'm taking this is probably the controls to control that over there. Yeah, but parts are pretty easy to grab, so this is really good for a child. Okay. I like this Lego. We needed this to the big boy sets where everything's fixed to things. Why? Because when I'm done playing with it, I want to put everything in a holder, because now it won't fall off if I tip it over off the table. I mean, who wants to go and chase stuff down? We got another fuel cell here we're going to have to build with a battery pack. And then that sits right here. So we got to keep the battery charger. Must be the battery charger for that. And then we are done. And yeah, that's it. And I can't show you any more of the manual. But from what I can tell in the back of this manual, there's some really good sets I want to get a hold of. One of them in particular, I have to snag that up. And that's what we have remaining for bag 2. Now, let's set it all up here real quick, and we'll go ahead and do the review. And as far as what you can tell, everything is scaled for figures. So we can just set her up here, have her look like she's walking. Maybe we'll put, I was going to say, too bad you can't put the alien on that. Well, you can. You can put it on top of the spaceship and have a hitchhiker home. And let's really dive right on in. So this is playable here, obviously, and everything's easily removed. But if you notice, everything's attached, nothing's falling off. And the spaceship's pretty good, except for the deep scratch on the top. Right there. I can even see that in the viewfinder. Scale for figures, that's even a plus. And yeah, I'd say that this is a winner, especially for an adult. In terms of, after we put it together, it's really cool. Now, let's jump right on into the build quality. These things right here are kind of questionable when I was messing with it. See, these are just held in and they can fall right off. That's probably about the only thing. Everything else is fixed pretty well. So I'm going to say that that's pretty good for what it is. It's a nice, pretty sturdy build, just these right here. And of course this is meant to come off, so no biggie there. There's a lot of play value with this set as well, as you saw. Well, you can play with this. You got this crane here, you can put the rocks down, it's flexible, it moves around. You can even knock into the spaceship. Like the crane is just attacking it. And of course this, you know, I mean, you can take out your figure pretty easily, put them back in. You can have everyone take turns flying the spaceship. Well, I can't get that in there. There we go. And yeah, you got that hidden compartment in there too for the gems. It must be the sample that they found. And you can do this and make it fly around. It's flat on the bottom, so it looks like it's flying, especially on the white void. And the space alien's pretty cool. I have to get a couple of those and just have them go around wreaking havoc in a Lego city. And the crane here, it's got a control panel. Too bad there wasn't a place for the figure to sit right here. It'd be pretty cool. But it is fully playable. As far as for build experience, it did keep my interest throughout the build. Pretty good. Drop-in value. Could you drop this in a Lego city? It looks like these are meant to be dropped in, so maybe this is earth of some kind, you know, soil. And you can just set this on a space theme. Or set it on planet Earth too. You can do whatever you want. You can imagine any way you want to do with this stuff. So imagine just putting that in Earth or something. You could just drop those right in. It's really cool. And you can even expand on this too. You can maybe make these in different colors if you choose. Yeah, they're pretty cool. The parts in this are pretty basic. The windscreen, I don't know if they make these in different colors. If they had this in yellow, you could probably make a classic spaceship out of that. You know, like something that matches the classic space theme. But for the most part, not too bad. The one thing I do like about this set, and as you saw, it's a collaborative build. It doesn't say it on the box. Let me look here and find out. It doesn't say on the box that it can be built with more than one person, but this set actually does. So just as you saw, bag 1 does the spaceship, and bag 2 does the accessories. So like I had mentioned in the build, really good for a good, quick afternoon collaborative build. This would be something to spend time with your child. Really nice set. Really nice build indeed. Now, for the score on this set, I have to. It's a 9. If this piece wasn't heavily gouged, this would have been definitely a 10. So Lego needs to pack this transparent stuff a bit more carefully. But what I'm looking at here is collaborative build. It's got big pieces, no stickers. This was easy to put together, especially for an adult. So I'm sure a child is going to have fun with this one. And it's got accessories. It's playable. It's not something you're going to have to expand on unless you really want to. But as is, this set is perfect for a young builder. This is a good way also to get into a beginner Lego hobbyist. If you're just beginning into this hobby, or if your child wants to sample Lego, something like this would be fine. Now, this set does have a steep price tag of $19.99. And, you know, with everything printed, I'd say that's pretty much on the high end, but I'd rather have this stuff printed. And you've heard me say this several times in doing these reviews. If stuff was printed, people, I guarantee, will pay more. Why? I prefer to have this. If I'm using these parts in a mock, they're easily obtainable versus a sticker sheet. So for me personally, these are great pieces for mocks. I can use this for probably making some kind of an aircraft or even a Star Wars theme too. So there's plenty of uses for this. So this set really does have a lot of good pieces for other creations as well. But tell me what you think. To me, I'm pretty satisfied for what this set is.